Welcome back to Makeup Mondays. This is Dwayne again, and today we're going to be putting on that bald cap we made last week. If you have short hair, first make sure that it's brushed back. If you have longer hair, you have to straighten it and then gel it back, which is not comfortable, but that's just kind of the way it has to be done. Go ahead and pop on the bald cap and get a feel for it and how it fits your head. Here I'm taking the adhesive Pros-Aid, and I am using a small amount on a Q-tip and putting it where I want the bald cap to be anchored on my forehead. I really recommend Pros-Aid for bald caps. It's a lot easier to use than Spirit Gum in my opinion. Apply it and then wait for it to dry, and then when it's almost clear, you know it's time to use it. Pull the bald cap down and put it in place on your forehead. You want it about an inch below your hairline. I went and removed the sideburns on the bald cap because I don't want to put them over my beard, and here I'm using more Pros-Aid to anchor the bald cap near my temples. Once everything is glued, I'm going in with some liquid latex and putting a very short layer over the seam. This is going to help to mask it, and I'm going to do it in several layers. Here I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Take off that sideburn. Popping up the back of the neck and getting ready to apply the adhesive on my neck. This part is all about feeling unless you have somebody else to help you, in which case you don't really have to worry about it. You want to put the adhesive on the edges of your neck where the bald cap is going to meet your skin near your ears, like so. Don't worry so much about the middle of the back of your neck unless your character is going to be removing their shirt. Having a hole there actually gives it a little bit of ventilation and gives the sweat a place to go, which is kind of a gross sentence, but that's just kind of how it goes. Once it's dry, go ahead and put it in place, stretching gently. Here I'm adding some more behind my ears, being careful not to put any adhesive on my hair. This is just to anchor the bald cap behind my ears. And then finally I'm going in with another layer of liquid latex to help mask that seam. Once everything is dry, make sure to powder it with powder. That's all the exposed Pros-Aid and the liquid latex. They both will stick to themselves. And here I'm using a foundation that is slightly darker than my normal skin tone on a rounded sponge, and I'm going over the whole head. As the foundation goes on, you slowly begin to see where that texture on the homemade bald cap really helps to sell the fact that the actor is bald. Once it's done, you can go ahead and powder the whole thing down. I'm not going to worry too much about the back of the neck in my case because I'm just showing you the basics. Here what I'm doing is I'm applying different colors of foundation, a little bit that's darker than my skin, a little bit that's lighter than my skin, to help create some color variation. People whose heads have been exposed to the sun for a little bit, really no matter what their skin tone is, will often have a little bit of color variation. Once that speckling layer is done, go ahead and smooth it out a little bit with a sponge, not too much, and powder it down. And then finally I'm going back in with the initial foundation tone one more time and giving it a quick powder. This isn't something that everybody can pick up and do on the first try. My recommendation is to pick up 2 or 3 cheap ones and practice on those. And there you have the application of a homemade bald cap. This is a really fun and easy way to get the desired effect without having to go out and buy pre-made products. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next week.